Alright, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, before I begin this lesson, I want to give all praises, glory, and infinite honor to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Racha HaKodash. Double honors go out to our apostles and elders, great millstone, who rule and teach well. Shalom Barakim to you brothers and sisters out there, man, alright? This is more so of a milk beginner lesson, which really all my lessons are, for the most part, milk-based. I usually try to tap into like an article or exhortation. But the Spirit got me doing this today, really relating to stuff that happened today, at the plantation, at the job, and I'm not going to go into details, but the bottom line is, the scriptures talk about something called adultery. All right, now, of course, there's spiritual adultery, because we're the wife, Israel's the wife of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Well, Yahweh specifically, right? And, as Yahweh said, but nonetheless, it's spiritual adultery when we go after, other idols, all right, other philosophies, and, basically going after the ways of the heathens, Jeremiah 10:2, like the Lord said not to do, okay? But this lesson is going to be Salakia, it's in transit, in case I kind of seem a little slow at parts. But this is going to be regarding physical, the carnal aspect of adultery, all right, what adultery, which according to the Bible, sex is marriage, which Yahweh that can be the next lesson I do. But according to the Bible, sex is marriage. You see, and what adultery is, for example, if I have sex with a woman, and which of course we know the society doesn't operate how they should. So, men have sex with married women, and no judgment goes out, and of course, well, technically we're all adulterers. If you slept with a woman, because a woman can only have one man unless her man passes away, she becomes a widow. All right, for the most part, back then they did divorcement, but really just, unless she becomes a widow, you're not supposed to sleep with her. So you have women out here that slept with, fucking 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15 plus men, and you lay down with her, well, you're technically committing adultery. Okay, but that's something that we can't, can you avoid it? Yeah, you could not have sex, but you're not going off. Well, let me say this, because of course we are going off, but in the sense of, like, okay, the Lord's upset with you because, it's not the same as you eating a slab of bacon, man, or, it's not the same as you, a military man, he gets deployed and his wife is at the house and, he's alive and he's well, and you just go up in the house and lay down with it. It's not the same as that. Okay, what adultery is really in modern day is if a man and a woman are together, they're in a relationship, all right, they're boyfriend and girlfriend, or they're husband and wife, whatever it may be, if they're not divorced, if they're not separated, if they're currently together in a relationship and you sleep with that woman, well, then you're an adulterer, all right? And a woman, if she goes and sleeps with another man, then she's an adulteress, okay? And then, of course, we know according to the Bible, men can have multiple wives, so, you know what I'm saying? You may have a woman and you go sleep with another woman. That's not adultery. Okay, as long as she's available, as long as she's single, so to speak, right? As long as she's not, in a relationship with a man. Now, a woman, on the other hand, she can only have one husband, like I was saying. So, the bottom line is, adultery is when you sleep with a woman that has a man, or if a woman has a man and she goes and sleeps with another man. Okay? Long story short. So at the job, and just in general, Jake be bugging. Of course, the other nations as well, but Israel was the only ones that were given the laws. Okay? So, Israelite men, they constantly talk about sleeping with another man's wives, and they're lusting after another man's woman. And it's like, what the hell? That shit's off. Okay? Because at work, they're asking me about this guy's woman. Because we deal with people on a daily basis. I'm in a moving company. So, they're like, oh, did you see his wife? Or how's his wife looking? I'm like, bro, I'm not looking at his wife, because that's his wife. That, of course you can't help but see, when you're walking in the house, dropping boxes off and stuff. And of course, women now, they dress poorly as hell. She got booty shorts and whatever, but you try your best not to look, but guys at the job and stuff, well, they're like, well, well, shit, I'm not saying you got to do anything with her. I mean, just look, just you're looking at her. All you're doing is looking. But it's like, what's the point in lusting after a woman that has a man? What's the point in you? Because Yahweh Shai said, what? If you're lusting on a woman that has a man, you're committing adultery in your heart. What's the point in me staring and fantasizing and, admiring a woman's beauty if she's got a man? I can't do anything with that, right? And then on top of that, in the Apocrypha, which I will post scriptures, this ain't a righteous rant, although there's nothing wrong with a righteous rant. I do plan on getting some scriptures. In the Apocrypha, I'm just quoting them right now. It talks about not even, you shouldn't even sit down with another man's woman, because you're putting yourself in a situation where it might go downhill from there. So that's why you don't look at another man's woman. Yeah, you're not committing adultery literally, but it might lead to that. What's the point in you doing it? What's the point? You got all the bottom line is today, man, it's 2022. There's so many women outnumber men. And if you feel there should be no reason why you should take another man's woman or try to sleep with another man's woman, the bottom line is you're just a loser ass nigga, man. These niggas out here that they trying to take other men's women. It's like, bro, get your own. You got all these women out here. You trying to get, it's because we know. Let me go ahead and get this first. Matter of fact. All right, because a woman is a possession, man. So if you take a man's woman, if he's in a relationship with a woman and you slide in there and fuck it all up, you stick your dingling in her, well, you basically stole his property, man. You're a thief. All right, let me go ahead and get this. I believe it's also in the Apocrypha. Sirach 36:24. He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession. A help lie unto himself, and a pillar of rest. That's his help. That's his pillar of rest. Get your own. Right? Get your own. There's no reason you should be sleeping with another man's woman. There's no reason you should be involving yourself in anything like that. Okay? That's the bottom line here, bro. Which of course brothers, and sisters in the truth, they know this, but for those of you that may be coming out of the world, you got to put aside that old man, bro. You got to cast off the weak nature, the ways of this world. That's a heathenistic thing, man. That's a heathenish custom that's a heathen thing, bro. To try to sleep with another man's woman. We come from a culture that we've had multiple wives. What do I look like? I can have multiple women, but instead of having multiple single women, I'm just, this woman's just so bad that I need to take it from another man. No, bro. No woman out here is that fucking bad to where, and even if she's rated the best looking woman in the world and she 10 all from her head to her toe, personality 10, 10, 10, the Lord gave that man that woman. Okay? So, hey, bro, don't covet after another man's wife. That shit's off, man. And you that commit adultery out there, a brother may sleep with a woman or, whatever, look at a woman and he may not, he won't know until after the fact. Well, that's a different story. But once again, you got niggas out here that, oh, man. Oh, I'm Mr. Steal your girl. It's like, that shit's off, bro. The Lord is going to put you to death for that, man. You don't understand. You think it's a minor thing. Oh, I'm just getting some cooch. Well, you got all these women out here that don't have men. Why are you trying to steal somebody else's, man? It's just off, bro. So let me go ahead and get this scripture. Is it in Exodus? No, I think it's in Leviticus. Or no, matter of fact, it's Deuteronomy. Matter of fact, it's still going after possession, even though I pressed adultery. Oh, okay, it is in Exodus. Exodus 20. And 14, thou shalt not commit adultery. Plain. Okay, adultery is sleeping with another man's woman. Or adultery is a woman that has a man sleeping with another man. All right, Exodus 20 and 15, thou shalt not steal. All right, and that's in committing adultery is a form of stealing, man. Because we just read that a woman is a possession. Okay? A woman is a possession onto a man. Why do you think if you want a man's daughter back then, you would have to give him if you force yourself on her or whatever the case may be, you wanted her and he didn't want to give it to her. Well, guess what? You would have to give him shekels. Okay? Why do you think you'd have to pay for her? Because she's a possession. She's property. Okay? The word female goes into servant, man. Into a female slave, female servant. That's the word. That's what woman goes back to. Salaki. That's what woman goes back to. And I believe, what was it? How many shekels was it? I want to get the number right. I don't want to say anything wrong. It's in Deuteronomy. $50 shekels. I believe this is it. Yep. Well, in this instance, 50 shekels. Okay? 50 shekels. Because she's a possession, because she's property. All right? As an Israelite, you're supposed to hold yourself, to a certain standard, man. The Lord is. Okay, Yahweh Shemel Shai is going to hold us accountable for our actions. We need to be on a certain level, man. Okay, as Israelites. We're not supposed to be walking around the same way these heathens do, man. These heathens weren't given the law, statutes, and commandments. Therefore, they live like beasts. All right, but if you're an Israelite and you don't want to follow the laws, if you want to sleep with another man's woman, if you want to eat pork, you want to be you want to swing the opposite way or whatever it is you're doing, you want to murder. Well, guess what? You're what we call a degenerate. You're somebody. You're a heathen, essentially, man. Okay. Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let me go ahead and grab this. It says, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. All right, it's not talking about all. Well, first of all, it's talking about men and women. Okay, but especially men. But it's not talking about everybody on the planet Earth. It's talking about those that come from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. Those that come from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, those are the ones that need to be holding themselves to a certain standard. All right, those are the ones that need to be fearing God and keeping his commandments. Only Israel was given the law, statutes, and commandments, right? I believe, matter of fact, Malachi, I'm going to get this, I'm going to go ahead and close out. All right, Malachi 4 and 4, remember ye the law of Moses, my servant, which I commanded unto him in Horeb for all Israel, with the statutes and judgments. So the bottom line is, man, if you're a so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American, or speckled bird, if you're an Israelite, you have no business sleeping with another man's woman. All right, you have no business murdering or stealing. You have no business doing anything that's contrary to the ways of Yahweh by Shemal Shai. All right, according to Judges 5 and 11, we're supposed to rehearse the righteous acts. All right, so Yahweh by Shemal Shai, Ratazah, this was edifying to elect. Before I close, I'm going to give all praise to Yahweh by Shemal Shai. Double honors, of course, go out to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Shalom wa barakim to you brothers and sisters out there, man. And a side note, too, if you commit adultery, if a man and a woman, they commit adultery, both of them are to be put to death. All right. Now, if a woman is raped, and she has a man and she, bucks up like she doesn't want to get raped, she screams out, then she's not going to get put to death, but the man is. All right. But if she doesn't scream, then she gets put to death too. All right. If you understand what I'm saying, which Yahweh is, I can make a lesson on that whole law too, which was a controversy really for no reason because it's plain upon tables. But as the scriptures say, only the elect have obtained it. And Yahweh is our word of the elect, man. The apostles and elders and brothers and sisters that, follow the sound doctrine. All right. Shalom.